All right, Shalom, Shalom. We are the brothers from Great Millstone, Chicago branch, coming to you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures, and salutations to Akim across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity with charity. And we got a article pulled up here, some more judgment on Jake. Because that's the times we're coming into, actually. All right. The thing is, with this truth going out, it's actually going to it's going to sever the righteous from the wicked. All right. And any one of our people, whether it be so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, that's not taking heed to this word, you're not going to be able to ingrain or have the spirit of wisdom enter into you because you're not taking heed to what the prophets are saying. Therefore, you're going to be out there without a covering, without wisdom to understand and how to maneuver through this captivity that we're really in. We're really prisoners of war. We're really in captivity. This is not our nation. All right, this is not our kingdom. Excuse me. And the people that are over us don't like us. And through that wisdom, you would start to understand who your enemies are. But Jake, not knowing, all right, they're gonna go about and do things, all right, that are not wise.
I got a precept for you.
Come, go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 25. Matthew 25:33. This is Matthew chapter 25, verse 33. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. And then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, and inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, Salaki, ye have done it unto me. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, from into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Well, you get the gist. It's really just talking about everybody was doing what they were supposed to be doing, and they got the knowledge to do it, and those that weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing, well, and they had the knowledge, but they didn't take heed to it. Guess what? The Lord said, Depart from me. So at even leading up to the missiles, from now leading up to the missiles, as long as this wisdom is coming out, the Lord is gonna say, He's saying, Depart from me, man. The Lord's not gonna deliver a wicked man with when He's giving him the knowledge to turn from his wickedness.
Mm-hmm. And that the knowledge is being presented on the highways and byways. So, and it's been being presented for years now, man. It's even hit mainstream news. So the Lord pushed it through so you can see it on an even bigger page. By them trying to demonize us, that opens up the window for other Israelites to be like, oh, what's this about? Like, this it's kind of beginning to the point where there ain't no excuse. It's on social media, all right? And you niggas just still want to be in the way of East. You still want to be black Edomites, Latino Edomites, Native American Edomites, which is going contrary to the law. That's why stuff like this happens, man. I got one. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 1. Isaiah 1 and 18. It says 17. 16. This is what we're supposed to be doing with this knowledge coming out. Isaiah 1 and 16. Wash you, make you clean, put away the evil of your doings. From before mine eyes cease to do evil. And what this man just did, all right, and this is an article, I forgot to mention it. It's an article of a so-called, I think it's either a so-called Negro or Native American, who's an Israelite. All right, and it says 2 police officers shot a black teen in the back, killing him. They won't be charged. Because during this, all right, before the police officers actually had a confrontation with him, all right, he had robbed another Jake for $2 in his wallet at gunpoint. All right, and then he was still walking around with the gun. So when the police officers had got the report, they got a report of this black teen, so-called black, all right, having a gun on him. All right. And so in the video, they tell him to, put your hands up. All right, we got word of you having a gun, so let us just search you to see if you have it. Just keep your hands up. We're just gonna search you to see if you have a gun on you. That's it. And the man end up running. All right, and they end up shooting him in the back. All right, so on and so forth. But through the spirit and through the knowledge that's coming out, you would have known. All right, because the brother said earlier the ordinances. The ordinances of this, that was one of the ordinances for you to understand that you have to put your hand up. That you have to put that so they can search you. All right, so they can take the gun off of them, or else Esau is they're already wanting to kill you because you got a gun on you, so they're already scared for their life right when they get out the car. That's why they do this. That's why if you would agree with them, then you would have been in jail, but you would have been alive. But this knowledge and wisdom is not entering into certain of our people, so they're not understanding and following these ways.
Can I get one for you?
Yeah.
This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 14. O Jerusalem, wash thine heart from wickedness, that thou mayest be saved.
Mm-hmm.
How long shall thy vain thoughts lodge within thee? Because this man, we're going into, he robbed another person, a Jake, right, for like a few $2.
Yeah, in his wallet.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's all vanity. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. You're trusting in wickedness, man, in ways that lead to death. And obviously, that's what this situation led to, man, because the Lord had it so. He refuses wisdom. He refuses the word of the Lord. To follow life. So this is what he's reaping, man. It's just fucking death, man. Mm-hmm. He wasn't wise. He didn't agree with his adversaries. All right, he didn't. He's just a wicked Jake, man. He's supposed to put that away so that we could be saved, man. Or he could have been saved, but he refuses it, man. Mm-hmm. And it just shows you these are the same spirits of old, just coming back again, doing the same folly, man. All right, but increasing in it, not learning.
Mm-hmm. This is Oh, you got something? Go ahead.
This is Romans 13:1. It says, "Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of Yahweh. The powers that be are ordained of Yahweh."
Was that the Lord? Promotion coming from on the high. He taketh down one and he setteth up another. Just like from all men that are in authority. From to the lowest, man. Whether male, woman, or male or woman, a woman would have to understand, that your man is in charge till the Lord will take him out the way, or until the Lord changes his heart. Same as we under Esau, we gotta either wait for the Lord to change some of the things that Esau acts upon, even though we know he's not gonna be righteous, or just till the Lord comes back and destroy him in general. But as far as that, we still gotta act like everyday citizens. We still gotta understand we submitted unto this devil. People always ask us, well, y'all hate America so much, why don't you go to another country? Because we still meant to serve out our slavery, man. The Lord put us under this devil. So as being under this devil, what we have to do? We have to submit. We don't have to follow his wickedness, but it's, as far as with keeping most of his laws, not stealing, not going out killing people, or going out and taking a revenge upon our own selves. Avenging our own selves, we just give the power to the Lord. The Lord is going to do everything.
Right. It's just like in the book of Daniel, or when Jake went into captivity with the Babylonians. The Lord actually gave a commandment and said that whosoever shall not listen to Nebuchadnezzar, should be put to death. So the same thing right here. If we go against it and we're trying to be rebellious against this, against Esau, Edom, and his ways, then the Lord is gonna punish us, man. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to obey His laws to the best of our ability. As long as they don't go against our laws, then we put your seatbelt on. Don't run a red light. Be it says what if it be possible, be peaceable with all men. So I'm gonna keep reading. It says, "Whosoever therefore resisted the power resisted the ordinance of Yahweh, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation," which is exactly what happened to that guy. It says he didn't just rob. He was not out there robbing. When they actually caught him, he still kept resisting by running away. It says, "For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Will thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and those shall have praise of the same." So really, these men are set up for the wicked. It's, King David said, "What deliver me, Yahweh, from the wicked, which is thy sword."
Mm-hmm.
You know, right now, hey, these are the whooping sticks, and they're not a terror to good works. If we do good, we'll be straight. The Lord got us, but if not, then hey, we're gonna be condemned. Verse 4 it says, "For he is the minister of Yahweh to thee for good, but if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain.
That's right.
For he is the minister of Yahweh. He revengeth to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil," which is exactly what he did. He ran away, and then what? They started shooting him, man. It says, "Wherefore ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. You know, for this cause pay ye tribute also, for they are Yahweh's ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. Render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor." You know, so really, we're supposed to be like that, man. We're supposed to. The scriptures say, "What? Be wise as serpents, harmless as doves." You know, and like the brother was going in, this wisdom is going out there, and that's what we preach. So if you're not taking heed to what we're preaching, if you being wise as serpents, harmless as doves, you being under subjection to higher powers, then you're gonna get what you deserve.
Yeah, it says, what does it say? It says, "When a man's ways please the Lord, even his enemies shall be at peace with him."
Okay.
So if your ways, if you try to the best of your ability to keep these laws and keep this man's laws, like if they don't conflict with the Most High's laws, then what else does he got to say to you? All right, but this truth that you teaching, that's really it. He don't really got nothing else on you.
Right. Which Esau is trying to find. Esau is trying to find a way to find things on us. You know, that's why it talks about us being perfect. You know, we're going to the word perfect. It means completion, but it also means blameless. You know, to walk he is perfect, man. Esau's trying to find things on us. That's why, he does slander, but it's like it doesn't stick. If Esau, if most of the shit that even these other camps was to say about us were to be true, we would be in jail. Esau wants to put us in jail. You know, it would be no more GMS. But it's nothing he can find on us. That's why, we exercise the right of freedom of speech. You know, like we can say things that's well within the law that we're supposed to do. We don't go out doing that shit. You know, they will get our ass. Yeah. The Lord didn't tell us to do that. He even said the Lord didn't even do that. The Lord didn't go around actually putting people to death. So that's another thing that brothers should understand, man. The Lord didn't go around doing these things. He just did the will of the Father, which is what? Preaching and living those things that you preach. You know, it's gonna come a time that we're gonna have to do these things. And we're gonna be able to do these things. Well within power, it won't be stopped. That's gonna be that time.
Mm-hmm. You know, and that's the those other camps that push that getting the gun, like what is it, ISUPK and the shooting ranges. They gonna have niggas getting guns like this, not really listening and going into the scriptures to see that that's not a wise thing to do at this time right now.
It's like, it's nothing against you getting the gun, but you don't even put that out there. If somebody who really has a gun is smart, you don't know they got a gun.
Yeah,
it's brothers in the truth. I didn't even know that they had guns until they might have said one small thing, and then because you know what? That's not what this is about. Because first off, you gotta have the spirit. You gotta understand, guns gonna jam. And that's far different from a sword. You know, even though a physical sword won't deliver you either. You know, but a sword don't jam. Mm-hmm. A gun may be quicker, but shit, you might not even be able to get to your goddamn gun. Your gun might be at home when all hell breaks fucking loose, man. Mm-hmm. The whole point about it is you gotta understand the spirit is gonna be what it is. The Lord can put the spirit on somebody else's gun that was brand new, and they about to fire right at your ass to jam. Or just explode some wild ass crazy shit, you know.
Mm-hmm. And then with that shit, even if brothers do have that, they follow the ordinances and they get it licensed.
Yeah.
So it's all scriptural. It's all the wisdom that comes out of this Bible. If you're gonna have the weapon, you go under Esau's laws and he can't say nothing to you because he's under our law. He has a permit for it. What can we really say? You know. But
this is 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 13. Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme, or unto governors as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers, and for the praise of them that do well. For so is the will of the Most High, that with well doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to carry this wisdom along with you and apply it. You know what I mean in your entire walk.
Yeah.
All right. Like the brothers are going into, because if you follow, even Esau's law, you're still blameless. According to his law. You know what I'm saying? But you see Jake, man. Jake just doesn't have wisdom, man. That's why they get condemned and blown away in the streets, man. Because they lean into their own understanding.
Hey, get that scripture. I think it's in Maccabees when the guy was doing all types of crazy moves, and then the fucking elephant stomped his ass. You know, because Jake want to be, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be known for righteousness' sake. You know, because it says in the scriptures that thy eyes shall see thy teachers. You know, but Jake just want to Jake want their fame to the extreme, man. They want to be known for being this hardcore, killer ass, putting out these hardcore lessons of like, fuck you, Esau, that's why we gonna burn your babies, type of shit like that. That's the type of boisterous person Jake really is, man.
While they at the shooting range, making lessons like, that's it. Just getting real carnal, man.
Yeah, making lessons at the shoot. Hey, but because you know what, Jake, it's few. Jake can talk about all the powers that they want, but you rarely hear Jake talk about the power of having invisibility. Yeah. Which is it's two powers you don't really hear much of, and that's the power to heal and the power of invisibility. Which is we kind of have that power right now in this truth as far as healing and being invisible, because it says it doth not yet appear where we are, man. Even though we are the sons of the Most High, we teaching His word. And Lord willing, we very well should be. Not should be, but we very well could be. More than likely are the elect, because we don't see no other way out of this. And I say that humbly as hell, because it's gonna be a lot of hell to be caught with that. There's gonna be a lot that's gonna test us, and it's gonna keep us on that road to being the elect. But as far as being the elect, man, you just keep this word, and that's really about it, man. We invisible, man. We're hidden ones. Mm-hmm. A lot of brothers had dreams. The reason why I mentioned that invisibility is because a lot of brothers had more dreams about brothers getting by and soldiers just passing right by them, rather than them. Oh yeah, I had this wild ass dream that I flipped over this soldier. They came to me. I took the gun. I shot him with it. Then I just broke it in half and I threw it back at him. Some shit like that. Not saying brother it's wicked for a brother to have that dream, but you hear much more dreams about brothers having things like invisibility, and that's a better gift in that time, man. You would much rather motherfuckers look over your ass, than to be looking for your ass when all hell breaks loose, man.
Mm-hmm. Get the elephant.
Yeah.
This First Maccabees chapter 6 verse, I'm gonna start at 43. Eleazar, also surnamed Savaran, perceiving that one of the beasts armed with royal harness was higher than all the rest, and supposing that the king was upon him, put himself in jeopardy to the end he might deliver his people and get him a perpetual name.
See, he was thinking righteously, but you know what? He was also thinking about that name, man. That's what really fueled his shit. Fuck it. He was on the same mission this kid was when he ran away from the cop. Like, you know what? Dead or alive type of shit, stupid shit. Rather than just you obviously are a raw ass warrior, but if you would have just paced yourself and followed the spirit, did what you were supposed to do according to the frame of time, you would have been okay. And maybe you wouldn't have killed that guy, but y'all would have took him down together. Rather than your ass getting stumped out by an elephant looking raw for a few moments of time. Like, was it Grown Ups 2? Where the little kid was kicking the football. Adam Sandler kid was kicking the football. And he was doing good. They was like, oh, yeah, he's raw. And then he must have fucked up. And his father fell on him and broke his leg. And he's like, all right, that kid's dead. It's like, you look raw for a little bit. But then, then unless the battle continues, man. Cool. You doing all that just to look raw or to look amazing, when all you got to do is what the Lord told us to do, man, which is take this word, live by it. You have your little fun, go through the bad days.
Suffer your captivity.
Yeah, you just suffer through it, man.
I got one.
Oh, I got a little more. First Maccabees 6 and 45 now. Wherefore he ran upon him courageously through the midst of the battle, slain on the right hand and on the left, so that they were divided from him on both sides. Which done, he crept under the elephant and thrust him under and slew him, whereupon the elephant fell down upon him, and there he died.
Exactly, man. Because it's not about going out there and looking raw for yourself, or trying to make yourself big in this world, man. Mm-hmm. Or think about your own belly like this Negro right here, man. It's simply about, putting your Howard first, the people, and, then you just go from there. But it's really just about peace, man. This is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1. It says, I exhort, therefore, it's like a reprimand. I'm telling you, man. I exhort, therefore, is that first of all, supplications, prayers. So this is basically like a commandment that Paul was giving, man. Prayers, intercessions, and giving of thanks to be made for all men. All men is in this truth, man. It says, for kings and for all that are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and a peaceable life in all godliness and honesty. It says, for this is good and acceptable in the sight of the Most High, our Savior. So that's what it's all about. Living a peaceable life, man. It's like the brother said, wisdom is out here. If the brother, he's a brother now. That nigga is in the spirit world. But if he had this wisdom, he would have been delivered out of that situation. A lot of women don't like dealing with men of the Lord for the simple fact they say we too much about the Most High. Or they'll say, you talk about this, and they're like, that's boring. But women want danger and excitement, And which, hey, it's going to come danger with dealing with the truth because the Lord's going to test us. But for the most part, it's a simple, boring life. And what's so wrong with that, man?
Mm-hmm. They don't want it. They want to continue to live and worship the gods of this world. This is reality, man, which is basically wickedness, man. It's no wisdom.
Let me read this last one. See, it was one more. This is verse 4. It says, who will have all men to be saved and to come unto the knowledge of the truth. And that's how you get it. It's peace, man. It's peace in that. This nigga could have been saved from being a nigga. And the only way he got saved from being a nigga right there is when the Lord took his ass out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is back in Isaiah 1:18. Come now and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. If you take heed to this wisdom that's going out. That's what our people just really need to understand. Just take heed to this wisdom and it can save you. It can save you out of so many situations, man. Because you would know and have the understanding of how to deal with these things. Why? Because you're getting this wisdom from your forefathers. You're getting this wisdom on how our forefathers dealt with the other nations that we were in captivity to them. Like the brother said, obey Nebuchadnezzar and you shall live. Okay? But a lot of our people don't know that because they're not taking heed to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that's coming out that's beneficial for them in this captivity. Therefore, they get devoured by the sword. And we know who the Lord's sword is. It's the nation of Edom. Isaiah 1:19, if ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land. But if you refuse and rebel, which a lot of our people are doing, 2/3 are rebelling this truth. All right, they're refusing to hearken to the truth. They're refusing to say they're Israelites when in all actuality they're Israelites by blood, and they're refusing to think they're some other nation. Black, Latino, Native American, and those nationalities so-called, they don't come with wisdom.
The Lord ain't coming back for that.
God, he ain't coming back for that. And those stigma, those bywords that are put upon you, they don't come with wisdom. Obviously, look at the condition we're in. If they came with wisdom, we wouldn't be at the bottom. But being an Israelite and coming back to the Lord's word, that's what comes with wisdom, man. It removes you out of certain situations. Isaiah 1:19, if ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land. But if you refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured with the sword. And that's what happened to that man. He got devoured by the sword. The modern day sword is the gun. For the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it. And that's what's taking place, man. You niggas are getting devoured by the sword because you're not taking heed to this word. Okay? And it's always happened with our people, man. Every time our people went off, his wrath will be hot against them, man. And the Lord's wrath is hot against 2/3 of our people right now in this time. That's why you see them getting shot down in the streets, because they're not taking heed to wisdom. They're not changing themselves. Okay? This is Judges chapter 2, verse 11. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord and served Baalim, and they forsook Yahweh, God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods, of the gods of the people that were round about them, Jesus, all right, all these other gods in Egyptology, Buddha, and bowed themselves unto them and provoked, and shit, some of these niggas make these rap artist gods, like Lil Durk, that's their god and shit.
Oh, those are
gods. Yeah.
That's why they call them idols, man. It's actually a term that they created. They call them icons and idols, you know. And it's not made up. People will actually kill you for disrespecting their idols, man. Mm-hmm. You know, it's still niggas around that'll kill you for talking shit about Tupac, and he was actually a fucking faggot. Like, Slaki. And I say that I use that as a loose term because, not just, for homosexuals, but a bundle of sticks meant for burning. Meaning all the acts of Tupac were niggerdom, man. They were ways that lead to being destroyed. That's going to lead to that lake of fire, which is going to be for all, faggots by burning of sticks. Y'all all be burning sticks, whether you be gay or straight.
Dear mama.
Yeah, cause a lot of dudes made that man their god, man.
Right.
And a lot of these, like, look, with Lil Reese, that nigga just got shot. He getting judged. Was it Lil Durk? All these niggas, 2/3 of our people have made them gods, so they think it's cool to walk around with a 30, to walk around with a gun in their pants. That's what causes these niggas to do these things, because they looking at these niggas on these music videos talking about, man, I'll carry the 30 in the pipe all like, look nigga, that shit's gonna get you killed. Esau don't care about that shit.
They quote these niggas like they scriptures.
It says, and they forsook Yahweh, God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods, of the gods of the people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked Yahweh to anger. And they forsook Yahweh and served Baal and Ashtaroth, and the anger of Yahweh was hot against Israel. So this is nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun with our people, man. The reason they're getting gunned down, the reason they're getting choked out, all right? The reason they're passing away is because they're forsaking the Lord. This is that another generation that didn't know the Lord. Now we got blessed to know Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and who we are, and that we're the people that came out of Egypt. Shit, this generation, they're another generation that don't know the Most High, don't know about Yahweh bringing their forefathers out of Egypt. So the Lord, the Lord's anger is gonna wax hot against them. It says, whithersoever they went out, the hand of Yahweh was against them for evil, as Yahweh has said, and as Yahweh has sworn unto them, and they were greatly distressed. Nevertheless, Yahweh raised up judges. What's he doing again? The Most High is raising up judges again, once again. But what? Israel's not listening to the judges.
And what happened with the judges? The judges came before deliverance, man.
Yep. Man.
And that's what, instead of judges, what does it say in the book of Obadiah? It says, then I seen saviors on Mount Ephraim, man. The saviors of Zion. That's talking about the elect. And that goes to show you that, hey, the Lord can use anything for a savior. Yeah, they call them deliverers, for you Old Testament cats that want to scoff real quick. They call them deliverers in the book of Judges, which is the same thing as a savior, saying that only the Lord is a savior. He's the ultimate savior. That's why he's the ultimate God. Therefore he's called the highest and the most high.
Yep. That's right. It says, nevertheless, Yahweh raised up judges, which delivered them out of the hand of those that spoiled them. And yet they will not hearken unto their judges. You guys are not hearkening unto us teaching this word out on the highways and byways. But they went a-whoring after other gods and bowed themselves unto them. They turned quickly out of the way which their fathers walked in, obeying the commandments of the Lord, but they did not so. So these commandments that we read, all right, would have got this man, the so-called black teen, all right, out of the situation that he was found in, which was to be put to death by these Edomites, man. The sword of the Most High. All right, he could have obeyed the ordinances. All right, he could have agreed. All right, and he would have seen himself out of this situation by using that wisdom that's being taught on the highways and byways, man. All right, but that's the judgment of the Lord, and the Most High said in Ezekiel 21 that his sword is going to go forth, man. You read the whole Ezekiel, the 21st chapter, man. All right, that's talking about Esau coming down. All right, and the Most High is putting the spirit on Esau to do these things, man, because our people are not taking heed to the wisdom. They're not reforming themselves. They're not changing. Or else they will be at peace with their adversary. You see? But in this case, that wasn't so. All right? You got something else?
No.
Y'all got something else? Con. So Lord willing, that was edifying. We want to end it by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. And salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. Shalom and Abad Babal.
Shalom. Abad Babal.